Welcome back to the program, friend. If you hear a train whistle going off or you see something fly by, it's because we're actually outside. We are trying very hard to get our studio finished before the really cold weather sets in. And I ask you to join us in praying to that end. And if you want to help us, go to our website, voiceofresistance.com, make a contribution to help pay for the finishing. We're talking about the little setback for the militant same-gender homosexual activists. And we're getting some questions online saying, why do you call them militant? Well, first let's talk about the setback. Justice Sotomayor upheld the ban on homosexual marriage in Kansas, which has some people scratching their heads. Don't worry, she could change her mind quickly. And what I did not have a chance to read as to why they jumped. So the militant homosexuals who were bringing suit against Kansas went to a federal circuit, a local judge, a district judge, and the judge threw away the law. And somebody appealed right to Sotomayor, who's in charge of that area, and she said, no, the law stands. But she also asked the ACLU to give her a brief why she should strike it down. Also, a few days ago, the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld the Michigan law, which struck down, or rather upheld the Michigan law, which says, no, you cannot have homosexual marriage. And the Sixth Circuit is over Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So the bans in those states will remain in effect, which of course means that now we've got the Sixth Circuit saying you can ban homosexual marriage, and you have other circuits that say, no, you can't. It denies people their liberty, blah, blah, blah. We're patriots. We want homosexuals to have marriage. And it's going to go to the Supreme Court at some point. Now, I want to talk for you for just a minute about what it means to be militant. Here is the definition of militant from the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Engaged in warfare or combat. And then aggressively active as in a cause. Combative. Militant conservationists, or a militant attitude. All right, here's what the Oxford Dictionary says about being militant, that it's an adjective, combative and aggressive in support of a political or social cause, and typically favoring extreme, violent, or confrontational methods. Extreme? Well, I would say that in the course of human events, it's extreme to say that two people who are of the same gender who participate in certain sexual activities that were almost universally thought of as sinful, dysfunctional, just really sad, sinful. To take those acts, that defining act, and to say that these two people who do this act now constitute a legal entity in a marriage, that's an extreme position. Confrontational methods. Some of you are too young to remember Queer Nation, ACT UP, Fighting Fairies. These were the names of groups in the 1980s and the early 90s that would do outrageous things to bring people to face with the homosexual agenda. They were militant homosexuals. They were using confrontational and extreme, once in a while violent. There were some riots, Stonewall riots down in New York City. So when I say the militant homosexuals, I mean that with surgical precision. Now, I've got to take a break, and I'm going to finish up with this thought when we come back, talk to you about the Republicans. But I want to juxtapose militant homosexuals with the church militant and talk to you about when we fight for what is right versus when we fight for what is wrong. Don't go away. I have been a leader in the pro-life movement for 30 years. And sadly, we have not prevailed in our goal to make it a criminal act to kill an unborn baby. There's reasons why we have failed. I wrote this book, A Humble Plea, to Catholic bishops, to evangelical clergy, and to lay people, explaining where we went wrong and what we have to do to prevail. We've made this available as a PDF online for free. I encourage you to go and download your own copy. We have put together what we call an online university for you. Now that's a highfalutin way of saying that we have a pretty significant library of material, books, tapes, videos that are there for you for free. Why are we doing this? Because America is desperate for new leaders, and because this material could help you to become the leader that you and God want you to be. Check it out and enjoy it.